Hello reviewers! In this video, I will be discussing Article 11, the accountability of the public officers. So, what is a public office? It is the right, authority, and duty created and conferred by law by which a given period, either fixed by law or enduring at the pleasure of the appointing power. Sa madaling salita, ito ay tumutukoy sa mga posisyon o katungkulan sa pamahalaan na may kaakibat na karapatan, responsibilidad at otoridad na kinilala at itinadhana ng batas. Let's discuss the nature of public office. Una na dito ay ang public trust, means public office position should be of rendering service to the public. Ito ay nangangahulugan na ang mga tao na nasa mga posisyon ng public office ay may responsibilidad na maglingkod sa publiko at magbigay serbisyo para sa kapakanan ng mamamayan. Next, public office is not a property, meaning the holder of the public office should not claim that he has the full right and he owns the position. Ibig sabihin, ang pagkakaroon ng isang pampublikong opisina ay hindi dapat ituring bilang personal na ari-arian ng tao na nasa posisyon. At syempre, public office is not a contract. Anyone being removed from the office should not blame the government for any damages he suffered after being removed. Sa madaling salita, ang sino mang tatanggalin sa opisina ay hindi dapat sisihin ng pamahalaan para sa anumang pinsalang naranasan pagkatapos niyang alisin. Ano naman ang impeachment? It is the method of national inquest into the conduct of public men. Ang impeachment ay isang legal na proseso kung saan ang mga government officials tulad ng national leaders o iba pang high-ranking officials ay maaaring sumailalim sa isang masusing investigation hinggil sa kanilang mga gawain at pag-uugali sa pagganap ng kanilang mga tungkulin. Ito ay isinasagawa para tiyakin ang transparency, accountability at integrity sa pagtupad ng kanilang mga responsibilidad bilang mga public servants. So, who are the officials to be removed by the impeachment? Una na dito ay ang President and Vice President. Next, the member of the Supreme Court, members of the Constitutional Commission, and of course, the Ombudsman. What are the grounds for impeachment? First, culpable violation of the Constitution. Next, treason. Another, bribery, betrayal of public trust, and of course, other high crimes. What is the culpable violation of the Constitution? It is the willingness to violate the Constitution. Ito ay tumutukoy sa intentional na paglabag o pagsuway sa provisions ng Constitution ng isang opisyal o otoridad ng pamahalaan. Next is treason. It is giving alliances other than the Republic of the Philippines. Ito ay tumutukoy sa pagtangkang magtraidor sa sariling bansa sa pamamagitan ng pagbibigay ng suporta, katapatan o tulong sa foreign powers or enemies, lalo na sa panahon ng alitan o digmaan. Ito ay isang malubhang paglabag na sumisira sa national security at sovereignty. Another is bribery. It is accepting gift which is a certain exchange. Ito ay tumutukoy sa pag-aalok, pagbibigay, pagtanggap, o pakikiusap ng isang bagay na may halagang katumbas gaya ng pera, regalo, pabor o empluwensya na may layuning impluwensyahan ng mga aksyon o desisyon ng isang individual na nasa posisyon ng otoridad. Ano naman ang betrayal of the public trust? It is the loss of the trust of the public. Ito ay tumutukoy sa paglabag ng mga responsibilidad at tungkulin na ipinagkatiwala sa isang opisyal ng publiko o pinuno na nagresulta ng pagkawala ng tiwala ng publiko sa kanilang mga kilos at desisyon. And of course, other high crimes. Ito ay tumutukoy sa malalang pang-aabuso ng kapangyarihan o kakaibang misconduct na nagbabanta sa integridad sa opisina. Halimbawa ng mga ito ay ang abuse of power, obstruction of justice, criminal conduct, at iba pa. Here are the steps on an impeachment trial. First is filing of an impeachment complaint from the House of Representatives. So ang House of Representatives ang magfa-file ng impeachment complaint. Next, a required vote of 1/3 of the member of the House is needed. Take note, 1/3 of the member of the House ang kailangan para ito ay maaprubahan. Next is the impeachment trial is in the Senate. So sa Senado, ginaganap ang impeachment trial. And of course, two-third vote of the senators to decide the fate of the one being impeached. So para makapag-decide kung ano ang magiging hatol ng ini-impeach, kailangan ng two-third vote of the senators. Ano ba ang penalty ng impeachment case? Una na dito ay ang removal to the office. Next is the disqualification to hold any office in the Republic of the Philippines. Talakayin naman natin ngayon ang Ombudsman, which is the Office of the Special Prosecutor. The Ombudsman is known as the Tanod Bayan and serves as the watchdog of the government offices and agencies. Siya ang nagsisilbing bantay at tagapagmatsyag sa mga tanggapan at ahensya ng pamahalaan. Ano ba ang kapangyarihan ng Ombudsman? Una na dito is to investigate. It is to make an investigation on a certain complaint against a government official. So kapag may reklamo laban sa government official, nagsasagawa ang ombudsman ng pagsisiyasat. Another is to prosecute. It is to suggest a solution to the complaint. Ipinapakita sa prosesong ito ang mga ebidensya, argumento at mga pangyayari na nagpapakita ng mga paglabag o hindi kanais-nais na kilos ng taong akusado. Ang goal ng prosecution ay hindi lamang magpahayag ng mga aligasyon, kundi pati na rin ang pagmungkahi ng nararapat na solusyon o karampatang parusa para sa akusado base sa mga natuklasang datos o ebidensya. Sa prosesong ito, maaring magkaroon ng pagdinig o paglilitis upang magkaroon ng tamang pagsisiyasat at pagpapasya hinggil sa mga akusasyon. Ano ba ang composition ng Ombudsman? It has one overall Deputy Ombudsman. Next, it has one Deputy Ombudsman for the three major islands in the Philippines, for Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. Next, it was one Deputy Ombudsman on the AFP and Law Enforcing Agency. Now let's discuss the personal appointment and term of office of the Ombudsman. First is a list of at least 6 candidates should be passed by the Judicial and Bar Council to the President. So at least may 6 na kandidatong ipapasa ang Judicial and Bar Council sa Presidente. For the term of office, 7 years without reappointment in the Ombudsman. Ibig sabihin nito, ang Ombudsman ay may 7 taong termino at wala nang muling pagtatalaga o reappointment. Also, the confirmation of the Commission on Appointment is not needed, so hindi na kailangan ng kumpirmasyon mula sa Commission on Appointment sa pagtatalaga. Ano-ano ba ang mga kwalifikasyon para maging isang tanod bayan? Una na dito is being a natural-born citizen of the Philippines. Next, must be 40 years old on the time of their appointment. Another must be a member of Philippine Bar. And of course, must have a recognized probity and independence. So that was Article 11, the accountability of the public officers. Now let me give you a short review of my discussions in this video. We discussed about the public office. Together with the nature of the public office, we also discussed about the impeachment and the officials to be removed by the impeachment, as well as the grounds for impeachment, the steps on an impeachment trial, and of course, the penalty in impeachment case. We also discussed about the Ombudsman, which is the Office of the Special Prosecutor, together with its power, composition, the personal appointment and term of office, and of course, the qualifications. Thank you. That concludes this video, and I hope you have learned a great deal.